Did you know that there's not only much about yourself that you're not aware of, but there's also much about yourself that you're not aware of that could be very well impacting on your ability to find all the things in your life that you might be looking for? Things like a deep sense of connection with others around you, a sense of self-esteem and self-worth, a deep sense of ability to go out into the world and chase the things that you want to achieve, a sense of meaning, a sense of purpose, and so much more. And all of this sort of stuff is what we at the Jazz Cat are all about helping you find. So before we move on to talking about who we are and what we're all about at the Jazz Cat, we went to do something very exciting the other day. We went to visit what used to be the home of a very intriguing and mysterious character. It was lovely to spend the day there and to imagine his earlier life there. And indeed we will continue to follow him, discuss him in the future, the role he plays. Let's have a quick look at that. So a quick word about the beautiful home that we find here behind us. It was once the home to an individual who had the nickname the Jazz Cat, and it is indeed the Jazz Cat who we've taken the nickname from. He has been and will continue to be hugely inspirational in what we do at the Jazz Cat, and in future we'll talk so much more about him, what he did in his life, what happened to him, the adventures he went on, the things he discovered. He certainly seemed to have been a hugely mysterious individual, but from what we know about him so far, such an interesting character. So we'll follow him more in the future to see what he got up to in his life and why he inspired us. So yes, there we go. That was the home of a mysterious character known as the Jazz Cat. As we discover new and fascinating stuff about him, we'll discuss it on our YouTube channel. So we look forward to that. But let's crack on with what we're all about and what we do here at the Jazz Cat. Just quickly, I do have to let you know that in my hands I've got a lovely cup of salted caramel coffee here. I drink way too many of them, honestly, it's insane, but they get me through my day and they are delicious. So yes, as I hinted at the beginning of the video, what we're all about is helping you discover all the things in your life that might be stopping you from living your life to its fullest and most beautiful potential. We believe at the Jazz Cat that our life should be our greatest love. It should be a love that's full of joy and passion and creativity, and most importantly, authenticity. We have to be making sure that we're living our lives in a way that's authentic to ourselves and to who we are as individual human beings. And therefore, as we make our way through our lives, that we're doing so in a way which achieves all of this. But how do we go about doing this, I hear you ask? So we go about this through a very psychological, astrological, and philosophical lens. In using these three different modes of thought, we're able to delve deep into the heart of who you are as an individual human being and dig out not only these aspects of yourself that you're not aware of, but using this knowledge that we've learned about yourself to help you find what it is that's holding you back from achieving all these things that you're looking for in your life. We at the Jazz Cat strongly believe that in looking at ourselves through a psychological, philosophical and astrological lens, is that it's crucial to understand ourselves not only as being constituted of a physical body and a mind, but also of a spiritual aspect to ourselves as well. And that's why we look at ourselves not only psychologically, which covers us as a physical body and a psychological mind, but also through philosophy, which covers us as being a mind and a little bit of spirituality as well, but also looking at ourselves through an astrological lens as well allows us to look at ourselves as a spiritual being. And crucially, this allows us to see ourselves as being connected to something greater, And here at the Jazz Cat, we strongly believe that in modern society, that we've lost sight of this aspect of ourselves. So here at the Jazz Cat, we believe it's important to look at ourselves through the holistic lens of psychology, philosophy, and astrology to get a full picture of who we are, and crucially, what it might be that's holding us back from achieving all the things that we might be looking for in life. And primarily how we do this is we look at your natal chart. Your natal chart captures your very energy at the moment that you were born, and it gives a picture of who you are as a human being as you move through this life. Your natal chart tells us every single thing about you, and indeed one of my favorite astrologers who I watch on YouTube has pointed out that there's as many as 44,000 different aspects with regards to discussing who you are. The natal chart in astrology is an absolutely fantastic tool which not only allows us to delve deep into getting a clear picture of who you are as an individual, but it also allows us to see all your potentials and possibilities that you hold within you as a human being. And it also allows us to see what might be holding you back from achieving this potential that you hold within you. So to give a quick example of this, if we were to look at your sun, and indeed your sun is one of the first things that we will look at, what your sun tells us is how you will best be able to go about creating a solid sense of self, a solid sense of identity. Just as all the planets orbit the sun in the solar system, so too do all the other factors in your birth chart orbit around the position of your sun in your natal chart. Therefore, your sun shows you how you will best be able to achieve a sense of ego, and I mean ego in the positive sense, in that your ego allows you to define yourself as an individual separate from everybody else. And again, in a positive sense, it provides you with the ability to achieve a sense of specialness and being different from everybody else around you. So yeah, in the future we'll talk a lot more about what the sun is all about. There's much more to what the sun is about, but that's a crucial aspect to what your sun in your natal chart is all about. However, it's crucial to realize that yes, your chart does represent you. It represents the moment that you were born. However, it's so important to realize that your chart is not set in stone. It doesn't represent a you that you're in a way that you're unable to work with. What your chart represents is a set of energies, essentially, that you are working with, and it's entirely up to you as to how you work with those energies. And therefore, as it's your chart, it's entirely up to you and the decisions you make as to how you work with it in order to achieve the outcomes that you want. So come and join us on the journey into deep and profound self-awareness and self-knowledge here at the Jazz Cat. Self-knowledge allows us not only to be better human beings for those around us and society, but it also helps us to learn how we can live out the most profoundly satisfying and fulfilled life. We cannot wait to see you. We cannot wait to meet you. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, absolutely cannot wait to meet you guys. I just know it, getting to know you, looking at your chart together, and helping you find all the things that you're looking for in your life. That's what we're all about, and I cannot wait. It'll be so much fun. So I'll see you soon.